urban services. Exactly what are we talking about? When we say that you are the director of the YMCA Urban Services, what are we saying in a real sense in terms of responsibilities and et cetera?
Yeah, the YMCA, I think most people, when they think about the Y, they think about the swimming pools, they think about the Nautilus equipment and the gyms. The Y is a lot more than that. The Y's mission, and if you're familiar with the Y logo, the triangle, it stands for spirit, mind, and body. And back in 1844, when it was founded, its main mission at that point in time was to work with young people who were coming into the city of London during the Industrial Revolution, but there weren't a whole lot of positive opportunities for them. And so Sir George Williams created the YMCA and to work with these guys and to give them some positive direction. Our mission really hasn't changed. We're still working with young people to provide positive direction. During my course, in my career, I've probably worked with, thousands and thousands of young people. And I'm convinced at this period of time, 1994, Nashville, Tennessee, and kids are getting a bad rap. A lot of negative things are going on. Kids are doing things they shouldn't be doing. I'm convinced that these kids aren't much different than the kids I worked with 20 years ago in Seattle, Washington. I do think we don't have bad kids, but we have kids that are making bad decisions. And one of the ways you can get around and alter that type of thinking process is to provide them with more positive opportunities. And that's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to provide positive opportunities that lead to success for young people. And we do that in many, many different ways. We find that sports is a good way to attract young people to the YMCA. So we have a lot of youth sport programs. But once kids get involved in playing on a basketball team or being on a soccer team, we try to take them to the next level. We know that education is really, really important. And so we have tutoring programs. We have a compute and shoot program, which is a basketball program, but at the same point in time, the kids are going to a computer lab, learning about computers, and then they're going to the Tennessean and working with the reporters there, putting together a newspaper. And so they're getting these skills, they don't realize, that they're learning something because it's fun. It's a part of a basketball program. At the same point in time, every Friday and Saturday, they're playing their league games.
When we talk about young people involved in the Y, Mr. Lawrence, from your perspective, how many young people are we talking about throughout the Nashville area? I mean, are we talking about a large number, a large percentage of the young people, or what?
Yeah, you're really, the Y in Nashville, Tennessee, I think is the best YMCA in the country. We're definitely community involved. We're not just these four walls where you go to work out. We're talking, when you take it to the YMCA Association, we're in over 70 different schools providing before and after daycare. Child care for the kids who are in school.
I don't think a lot of folks know about the Y from that perspective. Why don't you give us some information that is not generally known about the Y and the things that you're doing?
Well, the Y is the largest child care provider in the state of Tennessee. So we're in these schools before and after school. We also have preschool programs. So that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize about the YMCA. Getting back to urban services, just last year, we worked with over 5,000 young people, primarily in inner-city housing neighborhoods, with a variety of programs. We also have a program called YCAP, YMCA Community Action Project, which works with the juvenile court in providing positive direction for kids that we get referred from the court. And there's a group home with that particular program also. So, I think the Y has a lot of answers to some of the problems that are going on in our society today. It's a matter of getting the community support so that we can do more. And I think that's probably our biggest challenge.
I think, Mr. Brown, one of the programs that you're involved in as the director is the program that I think is erroneously referred to as the BootCamp program. Why don't you give us some information about that program, its formal name, and some of the purposes, some of the objectives that you have in terms of that program?
Okay. Well, the formal name is USSAA, which stands for Urban Services School of Academics and Athletics. And it's basically, in a nutshell, that's exactly what it's all about. Excuse me. Where the term boot camp come in at is that we decided to have some type of connotation on this where it would make the hair stand up on your head after hearing this. The YBA, Youth Basketball Association, which is held every Saturday at the downtown YMCA, couple of Saturdays last season, we would come down, the staff, we would come down with about maybe 6 teams total. We're talking 40 to 50 kids in the gym on a Saturday. We would watch these kids perform. And watching these kids perform was like poetry in motion. And you would just think that these kids would definitely, being an athlete myself, these kids would use this athletic ability that was given to them to better themselves in life and to use it as a vehicle to go on and to achieve some things. But after talking, pulling a couple of kids to the side, you know, son, I know you're playing in school somewhere, where are you playing at? We come to find out that more than half of those kids were not even participating in their school activities. And so we wanted to know why. Found out a couple of things, a couple of reasons why.